ask Allah to be in every step we take, every conversation we're in, every breath we take, every hand we shake, to make a difference. No need being upon this earth sucking up this oxygen if you're not here to be a change maker and to be the difference. It's not something that you join or you turn on and you put down. It's something you want to be every day, known to be serving the God that you call whatever you call him, to be present and accounted for. Many say we'd be locked up, strung out, or in jail at this point in our life, and we're none of the above. We're here as a free African descendant to show you what real men look like. You can't forget us. We won't let you. What Marcus Garvey talked about. W.E.D. Du Bois, Doug Thompson, Douglas. We're the reflection of the Tuskegee Airmen since our grandfather was one. We're the reflection of union and hard work in this country as our other great grandfathers of Pullman Porter. When we sleep, we hope others will tell the story. But at this point, we're conducted in this real line of freedom. So we're going to spin the circle. We ask you to keep in mind saying something about justice for little Jake. But we want to know what this world looks like to you in 2021 after you put down all your hard work and make a change. Start on our far left. Denise, you want to kick it off? I see the circle sort of got a little bumped over there, but you kicking it off. Well, I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
Ladies first. You can go after our nephew.
First is a lot of pressure, but okay. My prayer for 2020 is that the building down that way comes to their senses about making these correct verdicts and firing, convicting, sending Rusty Chesky to jail. In 2021, my prayer is that we do not have to come together and have this fight again for anyone else's cousin, brother, sister, aunt, friend. So hopefully this fight ends this year and the fight ends next year.
Thank you. After you said you we skipped you, go ahead and then send it back to the system. Go right ahead.
No, I think for me specifically, just to piggyback off what she said, I do want to see us come together. I want to see us to come together just because we can come together and not because of this. That's what I want to see. So I want to see us close this year out with the same ambition and energy that we have and continue this on to 2021 just because we can.
Sis?
I also pray for unity in our community and not the separation that we've seen in years past. And I'm hoping that going forward in 2021, we can all be as one Kenosha and not separate communities.
Thank you so much. Dear brother?
For me, I think 2021 is a year of accountability. We all work very hard to get people elected that are going to fight for our issues. And so I think 2021 is a year of accountability where we hold them accountable for the things they told us in the election, the election trail to actually get that done for people in this country.
Turn the red state blue, didn't we?
Yep.
My man. Nephew?
2021 should be a year for justice for us all, justice for them all. We should see an end to this particular fight so we can get to those things you spoke about, the economics, the education, the other factors of things that are wrong that need to be fixed. So let's end this problem and start on the
Get
next.
on to the next. Young man, what you got to say?
I'm blessed to be here, first of all.
Oh, man.
I'm just now getting out of jail, myself, you know what I mean? And I've been watching what's been going on, you know what I mean? So I'm just praying to hope, it be a change about that time. You know what I'm saying? So I really got to say, pray for Jake, my family.
Well, we pray for all the little Jakes. We're praying for you.
Yes, sir.
Know that.
Yes, sir.
We love you. Young man.
I just hope 2021, is another year of building a movement that unites the working class, brings justice to America and its people, and just makes the people heard.
We're going to make one correction and just aid you and assist as your uncle type figure. we want everybody to please put down the word movement. Movement, because of centrifugal force and the planet we live on, means eventually it will stop. We are trying to engage people to start a lifestyle of love and appreciation and fairness and equability, economically and every other way, health-wise. Brown and black people drink the worst water, have the worst air in this country. We want you young men to develop a lifestyle around that, to let you make money, do what you do, and still be learned and aware of things that cause other harm. We agree on that? Amen. Thank you. Go ahead. I'm so sorry.
I'm just hoping to see in 2021 more people in our community come out to these things and participate in joining in and hand in hand in the FCCs and trying to hold those in power accountable for their actions and kind of bring together the human community.
Amen. Thanks. Hello.
For 2021, I just wish more people would get out and vote for the right reasons, and a lot of younger generation going out and voting, because that's how we really change.
All right. Thank you. Next.
As a religious leader in Kenosha and as a white religious leader, what I want to see is resilience among white religious leaders to continue to stand up against white supremacy in their churches. Every religious leader I know in Kenosha who is white, who is at these events, is having people in their churches threaten to pull their giving, threaten to stop coming, because they want us to stop talking about the controversial issues. And what I want to see is white leaders in not only this city, but around this nation, white religious leaders have the courage and the audacity to keep standing for what's good.
You would know best. Thank you very much. You would know best, brother. Thank you for saying that. We're going to jump to the back row and then come back up this way. All the way back at you, brother.
My hope for 2021 is that we're all able to find, in the midst of the struggle, a little bit of happiness, and we remain honest and humble in our pursuit of it. We hope for the justice of Jacob, that we discover our own humanity within us, and hopefully see that there's a more than just names, figures, and people. Restore them up, open our hearts.
All right, couldn't have been said better. Thank you, family. Who you back there with? You got something to share with her?
Peace and love.
My man, that's good enough. Thank you. Family?
My hope for 2021 is that in the prophetic tradition of Mary, that we proclaim the year of Jubilee, the year of God's favor, that there's an end to mass incarceration of brown and black bodies in America,
Right.
that there is free and clean water for all people, that there is food for all who are hungry, and that we all are naive enough, stupid enough, or maybe smart enough to actually believe that that can happen and be part of that transformation, knowing that it may not happen, it may not be real, but we are going to work as hard as we can in the power of God, in the power of the Spirit, in the power of collective humanity to live as if it can be real tomorrow and every day of 2021.
Oh, man, say that.
My hope and prayer for 2021 is that the justice and change that we see with the unity is sustainable, and that in doing so, we take the time to better get to know each other and understand
Awesome. Thank you.
My hope for 2021, can I say what he said? Is all of that. I mean, is that those of us who claim the gospel as what we follow know that it convicts us to care for the least, the lost, and the lonely. That Jesus came to turn the world upside down and to bring those of the margin into the center and to see the full humanity of all people and to change hearts. So that's my hope for my
Thank you much. Good luck to you up there. Hello, Queen.
you so much for dear brother. Please share.
Kind of took a lot of words to say, but good job. We all need to be able to come together and love each other more. We need to be able to fight for nutrition, water, the planet we all live on, versus fighting for class and power and money. We need to put that on the side. We need to be for each other. We got to fight for justice, not just for Jake. When we speak right here in Kenosha, I want justice for Crystal Kaiser. I want justice for Anthony Huber, Jojo Rosenbaum, Gage Grosskreutz. I want justice for what's happened here in this community. We need to all work together and make sure that we're coming together more and more each day. Because the fight is long, but if we look for each other and lean on each other, we can do it together.
You said it good. You said it great too.
Thanks.
My man.
My man.
Niecy Niece.
My hope for 2021 is that we see Rustin Shesky indicted and fired.
Come on.
That's all I have.
Nephew. What you
I
say?
second that, but I think mostly want to see from 2021 is that the work that's been done continue to be done. Relationships that have been made, continue to be relationships, and we've made more together.
My man. Doc?
My first hope is for justice system. And I would say my next hope would be that each and every one of us finds our special thing that we have to contribute and we have the courage to actually do it.
All right. Come on, Niecy.
I pray that we can come together and understand that we all have different circumstances and we can still be friends with someone who might disagree on something else, but not something you know, like we do. So, yeah, I hope we come together and just love each other more.
Father Jonathan?
So my prayer is we get justice for Jacob Blake. And then my other big prayer is, this is a big moment in our country. 2021 is a moment where we have to rebuild. And I hope as we rebuild and pray as we rebuild and hope that the faith community can continue to be out as we rebuild, that we rebuild our society in a way where we have a livable future, where communities that have been left behind for far too long get resources and the equity that we've been calling for and screaming for, and that the power of this type of circle continues to just radiate power throughout Kenosha and throughout our country.
And our queen of queens, what you got, Miss Chandra? What you got for us?
So my first prayer and hope is for Jacob, that God touches his body and completely heals him, mind, body, and spirit, and that he walks again. I pray for the entire Blake family. I pray for my family. I'm raising 3 African-American grandsons, and I have 2 sons, and I pray for their safety, that God keep them from all hurt, harm, and danger, especially in times like this when people don't like them because of the color of their skin. I pray for my community, particularly the Uptown where I live, that we're able to rebuild a sense of community and that everyone in that community is included and not discarded and just sent off somewhere else. I pray for everyone in my community who is hungry, who doesn't know where they're going to sleep tonight, who doesn't know how they're going to pay for their bills, take care of their children, just any worries that we all have, but particularly we know that area is harder hit. So I'm asking God to just give them all their desires, their wants, and their needs, that they can continue to care for their families together as a unit, because that's how it should be, a family unit. And I'm just asking that people just continue to be humble, be compassionate, be mindful of the person standing next to you, in front of you. These are really tough times for a lot of people, and we just got to practice a little bit more patience and understanding, and just be better listeners. So that is my hope for 2021, that we just all get through this horrible pandemic
I pray for the families that have lost loved ones and for the families that are struggling right now away from their loved ones who may be in hospitals that they cannot see. Just praying for this entire universe because we really, really need it. That's it.
We pray for that we have the energy and the resolve to make a change and make a difference in everything that we do, every step we take. We pray for justice for little Jake and what that looks like for all the other little Jakes around the world. We pray for those who are incarcerated, who may be fighting COVID tonight, that are unjustly, improperly incarcerated. And now they face their life challenge fighting about with COVID because it's all over our prison systems. We have to fight injustice everywhere. And we ask that we have the strength to do that. We're going to do some, usually they probably don't do, but we're going to clean up the mess. We're going to ask for a moment of silence to every candle. We work individually now, we're going to work together. These candles are going to meet right here. We're going to go in a circle, start with Tanya, please drop your candle in there. From those are the symbols of all working together from now on. We'll clean it up. And we're going to make the bind. We're going to say the prayers, make the motions. Come on in, nephew, next. To continue to work together in everything that we do. Your dream is our dream is your dream. We all going to work together to make that accomplished, make reality. What our ancestors thought we could do many years ago. We're going to prove we can do in 2021. Alfred Sashevsky will be fired, he will be indicted, and he will see his day in court. Many of us after descendants don't get that same privilege. Our judge and jury is in the street. This isn't just you placing a candle, this is you saying you got a commitment to going into 2021 with your head on tight, you're feeding yourself right, you're staying prayed up, and you're ready for the biggest heavyweight fight you ever been in your life. Somebody's going down, but it's not going to be you because you got family and friends that have the same ambitions that you do. When you're tired or you're down, call somebody you see in the circle. They probably feel like you feel it. Probably could say the right thing to pick you up and get you back in the game. Once the last person goes, we're going to all take a mental picture of what this looks like. Yeah, please don't do that. You have my little idea go way wrong.
Like a wedding veil. Married to justice. Hey. Woo! I can't follow that. It's too good.
So if you can have a mental picture of what this looks like with one candle, and one candle didn't make a fire like that. Like a broom, if you take a broom apart, it's just a bunch of thistles or whatever. But when you put it together, when you ball your fist up, when you're mad enough to ball your fist up, don't ball it up in violence, ball it to raise it up and be proudful. Excuse us, young man, would you mind coming forward? This was a symbol of us all being dedicated to this generation, to these young men. So it's only appropriate that you put it out.
That ain't gonna do it.
All right. Oh! Come on, Stevie.
One more.
You young people are creative.
All right.
Give a round of applause. Everything we do should be for this generation of young people. I'm glad to see some of these young faces out here. This is what the fight's about. Justin Blake's getting ready to lead the planet. Most of you about our age or whatever, we're talking about legacy time. Let this be our legacy time right here. If you serve any kind of God, God would be proud of you putting your energy into little jakes like this right here to make sure they have opportunities that they might not have. They need an ear to talk to. Say, man, call me if you need something. That's what we'll give you my number, okay? Use it. We got to stop in the street to talk to people. Get to know your neighbor. Hell, we don't even know most of our families. Right? Let's get to the business of the day. Miss Tanya from Locke is going to close us out. Thank you very much.
So I'd like to thank everybody for coming out and being so supportive. Many of the faces out here are people that come out and support all of the time. And this is your first time out. Thank you so much. We're dedicated to the fight for justice for Jacob. And Leaders of Kenosha is dedicated to this community and to making sure the fight for brown and black people continues, along with the fight for justice for Jacob. So again, thank you for coming out. We'll be doing something next week, so we're not sure yet exactly what that will be. We'd love to have another prayer visual. We know prayer changes things. We know it moves things. And we're seeking God to really move in this situation on behalf of Jacob and our community. So please check on the Justice for Jacob page for update information of events that are being held, or if you just want to drop a line and encouraging word to little Jake, because he looks on social media, he looks at the page, he looks at the posts. So let's keep encouraging him. You know, he still has a difficult road ahead of him. So please keep Jacob in your prayers. Like I said, drop a little something on the page to him, because he knows, he watches all of this stuff. You know, he's a young person. He loves social media. So please do that. And again, thank you for coming. We appreciate you and we love you. And let's just pass our cups around in the
We didn't get a chance, excuse us, love. We didn't get a chance to do any questions from the media. We usually try to take care of our people that came out in a cold night after work like this, so we try to get them in and out. But if there's any question any of the media had, they could fire away at this time if they wanted to.
Could we kind of get you like one-on-one?
Sure. Thank everybody for coming. God bless. Travel safely. Every week until we get in, until they fire Sikowski and indict him, we will be doing something regardless of how cold it is. We will be doing something at least once or twice a week. So please check the page. God bless and travel safe.
All right, Rustin Chesky.